Hi there, this is the August 30th construction update. We're obviously a few weeks behind schedule here with the construction. We were hoping to have everything seeded by mid to end of this month, and now we're just getting 17 probably seeded today or tomorrow, probably more like tomorrow. They're sodding it right now as I speak. And then 9 hopefully by Friday, I think, is the plan right now to sod 9, so we'll have that seeded by the weekend. And then it should go fairly fast. We have 4 more greens that are, or 3 for sure, that are going to be up and running real quick, and we'll follow along. So some of the questions I've had is cut off for seeding date, and we're kind of thinking the middle of September, but we could push that a little bit further. We do have some grow-in tarps that we can use. The thing we got to worry about is getting that little bit of turf germinated and established enough that it'll be able to handle winter. So that's a key there. So getting a bit of root growth on it, an inch or two, and then going into the winter and being able to bounce back. So the other option would be a dormant seed, waiting for it to get cold enough that seed won't germinate. So October sometime, middle of October, and then seed everything. Go into the winter, have it freeze, and then in the spring get the tarps on them and get them growing that way too. So we're optimistic. I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks we can have everything seeded, and then we can and get on with it next year. So the other question to that, when do we open the greens next year? We're planning on a year from seeding date. So the small putting green was seeded on the 30th of July, so it'll be sometime in the middle to end of the summer that we'll be opening that putting green. We'll use some outside consulting, USGA or a PhD, to help us with that decision, and I'll explain to you here a little bit later what kind of the contributing factors are and what we'll be looking for to make that decision. So here I'll give you a couple more details of information on what's coming around the property and bring you up to speed. So I grabbed a soil profiler sample this time of the small putting green, 2 months old. I just wanted to show you what we're looking at for health. Obviously the roots are over 7 inches and very dense, so we're not worried about that. We're playing with mowing heights a little bit now and trying to get the turf a little more dense and upright and starting to look like a putting green. But the factor for opening these greens in the future are this area that we call mat and thatch, and that's the area below the leaf blade between the crown, or at the crown of the plant, where the roots and the leaf emerge. So this needs to be 1/8 to 1/4 inch in depth, and we have nothing right now because it's only 2 months old. But as the plant matures and this surface matures, we start to see that organic matter form. The stolons of the plant start to form that mat thatch layer, and that's what we need to see before we can start thinking about opening these greens for traffic and play. Wanted to show you our bullnose bunker edges here, and they're starting to catch. It's been a while, so it's a little bit slower than I would have liked to do, but growing grass on a vertical face or a vertical edge is difficult. I just wanted to show you what's happening underneath them right now. So we have the voids in between the 2 sandbags. Until the sandbags start to break down, those will remain there, so the grass won't be able to root into that. The yellow is the polymer from the Billy Bunker gravel that solidifies the gravel. It also solidifies the bags when it's on it too, so it keeps the bags intact a little longer from breaking down, but it also keeps the roots from getting in. You can see there's lots of roots in here, and they're starting to go in. Not as fast as we would like, but I think it's just a thing about waiting about time here. And as the bags break down, the voids start getting filled with this material that are breaking down in the bags, and things will start to come together. So don't be worried. The grass is still alive. It's going dormant. It's hard to keep it green in 30-degree weather, but everything's fine, and it's just a matter of time, I think, before they catch. Let's hope the weather cooperates and we can get our greens seeded by the middle of the month.